If you want to understand those years after the Russian Revolution, just look at what's going on in Nicaragua. Invasion, either by directly with troops from your own country, or by using surrogate troops, and they use the white armies and the white generals, the white guard armies. Embargoes, isolation, withholding food supplies, sabotage, encirclement, refusing diplomatic recognition. These are the methods that are used, and these are the methods, time-honored methods, that are being used right now by Reagan against another revolutionary government, which is Nicaragua.
Cause when they tell you there's no money for schools, healthcare, or nothing, they too busy spending that money supporting the gun running, commie hunting unto the gods and protective on market consumption. They will spit in your face, spend your tax money on confronting anyone threatening the profits of their special someones to save some conundrum. It's fucking capitalism and exploitation. Reagan pulled together the cons, militarists, and Christian right evangelical nihilists, Falwell Roberts and even John Price. Freedom fighters, Reagan said their conscience were in the tradition, fulfilling their dreams and American corporate ambitions. Create a sovereign debt crisis to distract from stagflation. Fuck it, devalue their currency, destroy any Latin American nation. Rip down Abrams in 54, Allende in 73, or any leftist by relation. Over 40 coups, but just listen to me. It's on shrine in history, but not the school books of Americans. It's just what Eurocentric propaganda. Let's check again. Indiscriminately drop herbicide known as glyphosate. We poison their crops and ruin all the peasants' lakes, all for not yielding to United through the bank known as Chase. JP Morgan, Standard Oil, ripping through the earth and displace indigenous off their land, populated full of coca plants. So now Reagan can blame the fucking narco man. Fuck that! This was no normal man. Despots were his formal plan, led by monsters in Oliver North and Elliot Abrams' clan. I'm telling it as plain as I can. These were Christians that were slaughtered for believing in theology of liberation, men, women, sons, and daughters. Hundreds of thousands caught up, mutilated, murdered, so public goods could be bought up. The education, pensions, transportations, and all sort of things that society values, things that built up in order to flourish. Unless you're a piece of shit, conservative, right-wing, for-profit, corporate marauder. The story's always the same. First come the missionaries, followed by the commerce. Then comes the investment, which spells far worse. Because next comes the war. If you challenge it, law backs it up. They call us economically irrational. Well, I call it fucked up. Can we say democracy matters when destroy someone's sovereignty to export Casey's enterprise of arms, death, and poverty? Funding anti-communist insurgencies became the latest emergency. But it was unpopular, so they urgently created the Office of Public Diplomacy. And even Frank Wall, an anti-communist student of Marine Rossi, discredited for disclosing the conscious atrocities. Operation Just Cause of Panama had 442 bombs dropped on cities in 12 hours, killing thousands of non-combatants innocently. It's the same tactics used in the Gulf War to bring terror and fear to engulf more land and procure manufacture consent for anti-communism to be so short. There's no challenge to the marketing capitalism hegemonic brochure. But just remember this, America are the terrorists to give you closure.
That expropriation of the third world has been going on for 400 years brings us to another revelation, namely that the third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited.